everybody. Thank you so much for your kind words and thank you so much for being such a patient audience. My name is Dr. Sarvan Soni and I'm from Mumbai. And the topic that I have is healing through enlightenment. Now, for me, as all of us are doctors, I'm sure all of us are such expert physicians and healers when it comes to ailments and diseases. But today, I'm not going to talk about how do we heal ailments because I think for that I have a lot to learn from each one of you. I'm going to talk about the kind of healing that I have gone through. I'm going to talk about my journey. I'm going to talk about what all are the things that we need to work upon just to make this place a better place to be for other people who have. So when it comes to healing, the very important point, what I think of when it comes to healing, even as a doctor, is we need to heal something within us and we need to heal something which is out of us. To start healing, it is very important that we recognize, acknowledge, and accept that we have certain things within us. We have bruises within us. We have something which needs healing. Because unless and until we do not acknowledge that traits in us, we will probably never be able to heal our own selves. There's a very common saying that people who are not healed within are often battered and hurt by others. So what happens, let me just give you a tiny little example. I might be cut by somebody else and I'm bleeding. I have somebody who's coming to heal me. Because I have not healed that hurt, I am going to bleed on somebody who's genuinely come to heal me. This is what happens when we don't heal our own selves. Somebody else cuts us, somebody else hurts us, and we bleed on somebody who doesn't deserve that thing, right? So that's the reason why the most important thing that we need for healing our own self is education, which comes with humility. Unless and until we are humble, we are not ready to accept, we are not ready to learn. So humility is the single most important trait after love, which helps us in healing our own selves. Love, of course, is the single most powerful force in the universe. Let me just give you an example. Is the commonest example, you have a pup. So what happened was, there was a dog outside in my vicinity who had a newspaper in his mouth one day and he was sitting outside a house. The owner came, she patted the dog, she gave him some milk to drink. The next day when she woke up, she had 8 newspapers. The dog was so happy and he was so overwhelmed with love that he knew that if I get one, she's going to love me so much, let me take some more. So if animals are such beautifully responsive to love, we are still human beings, we are thinking people, right? So love, as I always say, is the single most universal force which is required for everybody, every living being, be it a plant, we have heard about people healing plants. It's all through love. We have got those alternative healing methods like Reiki. Second important thing when it comes to healing our own self is humility, to realize that we have ego, pride, jealousy, competitiveness in the wrong manner, which is self-sabotaging. In an attempt to berate somebody else, in an attempt to demean somebody else, maybe in front of them or behind their back, we are not realizing that we are holding such powerful negative force, which is eventually self-sabotaging. Me talking bad about you, as I commonly quote, I am not what you think I am. You are what you think I am. So if I see goodness in you, there must be some goodness in me. Until and unless I am not love, I will not be able to reflect it. I also commonly quote as, your perception of me is a reflection of you. आप मुझ में जो देखते हैं वो आपका आईना है. मुझे अगर आप में अच्छाई देखनी है, मुझे पहले अपने अंदर की अच्छाई को जगाना पड़ेगा. Until unless my cup is not full of love, I will not be able to share it with you. I will just keep holding on to those strong negative forces. Like as I told you, ego, pride. Pride and ego is the commonest self-sabotaging negative force which consumes so much of our energy. We seldom even realize that how egoistic we are. We often give it the name of pride. Once we hold our ego, it's very important for us to withhold our ego and pride many a times, even when we are right, to take care that the relationship is more important, that the human being is more important. As my mother has given me, I used to know when we were kids, I always used to say, Mama, she's done me wrong. Why do I go and apologize? He has done me wrong. Why should I apologize? Why should I be the bigger person every single time? Because eventually you get tired of being a bigger person, right? So my mom had told me very, very, very important thing. A very beautiful thing. I really want you to, each one of you to take this home. दरवाजा छोटा हो तो झुक के चलने से इंसान छोटा नहीं होता. Such a beautiful thing. कद बड़ा नहीं होता एड़ियां उठाने से. कद बड़ा नहीं होता एड़ियां उठाने से. ऊंचाइयां हमेशा उनको मिलती है सर झुकाने से. So to bow down is something which is such a beautiful feeling when we bow down. As we always, our parents have told us, no, that the tree which bears the maximum fruits knows how to lean down. Right? The tree which gives us the maximum amount of shadow knows how to bow down. So it's very important for us to withhold our pride, withhold our ego, especially when we are wrong, and more importantly, even when we are right sometimes. Let us try and heal people by showing that, you know what, you're right. Let's accept, no, you're wrong. Let us be accepting enough of our faults and fallacies and say, you know what, I'm wrong, please forgive me. Asking for forgiveness is very powerful. In fact, it is more powerful than forgiving people. Because when you ask for forgiveness, you are in a position of surrender. I ask, I'm really sorry. I don't know whether you'll forgive me or not, but I'm surrendering to you. With a very beautiful feeling that please forgive me. It is much more powerful than forgiving people. Let us just forget that किसने मुझे क्या किया, इसने वो किया, she's done this, like this happened to her, let their karma take care of it. At least clean your own hearts. That's the place which you will live with for the rest of your life. That is the place which you should be taking care of. I cannot take care of your hearts. I have to take care of mine. And it's not just important. Many times, people feel that, okay, it's easy to preach than to practice. Give it a try once. Trust me, it's very, very, very easy after that. What happens is, let me give you an example. If you're going in a room full of garbage, and I tell you, पुराने घर में आपका घर बंद है कुछ दिनों के लिए, and you're just going there. First thing that you do is go and clean it. That's the first thing that you do, right? In the process of cleaning, there is so much of dust. You'll cough, you close your nose, it'll be stinky. But once it'll be clean, you're going to stay there forever. So the same thing is with us. When our spirit and soul requires a lot of cleaning, the negative things like your ego, pride, etc., that I talked about, are going to resist the change. Because you're being very comfortable. मैं जैसी हूँ वैसी हूँ. You like me, take it. You don't like me, leave it. This is the attitude in which most of us are living, right? We often say, you don't matter to me. आप नहीं है मेरे लाइफ में तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. This is the attitude that we are living in. We are not realizing that we are just leaving seedlings of negativity somewhere. So let us just work upon our own selves and heal ourselves within, so that when you're walking somewhere, you don't, whether we believe it or not, there is something known as energy. There's something known as vibes, and they never, ever, ever lie. All of us want to be around positive people. Yes or no? Who doesn't want to be around a positive person? That's the energy that they carry. So let us imbibe that energy within and create such a positive environment in our own selves that when we walk around, people around us are at peace. There's some कुछ घरों में हम जाते हैं, हम कहते हैं कि बहुत सुकून है इस घर में. We feel, this place is so cool, this place is so calm. That's the energy. We have to create that energy within our minds and souls so as to it reflects outside. This is about healing our own self. How do we heal people? You tell me, Doctor, now healing within myself is going to take time. It happens over a period of months. Doesn't happen overnight. It's a very difficult, I wouldn't say difficult journey, but yes, it's something that we really constantly need to consciously keep working upon so that it sinks into our subconscious eventually. But healing others is quick like that. Kindness, compassion, empathy. Learn to compliment people. Learn not to judge people. There are often times when there's a woman walking on a treadmill with a dark red lipstick, and there are people who will be judging. Has she come for some fashion show or has she come to just work out? Probably her husband might be cheating on her and she thinks less beautiful of her, and she decided to just look beautiful to just get confidence into her own self, and that is her way of making up the deficiency and the loss of confidence that she's feeling about her own self. We should really stop judging people. I always tell people that judgment is a reflection of one's own character. It has nothing to do with the other person who you are judging. You judge people and it speaks tons and tons about your own self. Right? Second thing, learn to, as I said, learn to compliment people. I love to genuinely compliment people. There are advantages for me. There are disadvantages, but I really am not bothered about the disadvantages. What happens is somebody walking by and you just tell her that, you know what, you're doing a good job and I'm so proud of you. That one sentence, you might be the only one person in his or her entire life who must have said that. And let us just compliment people genuinely, generously. There are times when people will say, इतना कोई अच्छा कैसे हो सकता है? ये तो fake है. That time, remind yourself, I am not what you think I am. You are what you think I am. Learn to gather love into your heart and compliment the other person generously. You're here, oh wow, you're so pretty. You're looking so nice, you're doing such a good job, I'm so proud of you. Third very important thing that we forget is healing people outside of us should start first with your family. With our own family, because that's the most taken for granted people. Your mom, your dad, your kids, your spouse, your brother, your sister. Make it a point that you are the one who loves your family the most, and you are the one who compliments your family the most. You definitely don't want somebody, some other stranger, somebody outside waiting to compliment your spouse more than you do. You wouldn't want that, right? Whatever reason you might be jealous or whatever. Why don't you do that for your own self? When was the last time you just hugged each other and said, you know what, I really love you? When was the last time you just called up your mom and said, Ma, I miss you? Even if you are married for 17 years and you have your kids who are married, your mom still would love and be in teary eyes if you say that, Ma, I missed you, I miss your food, I love you. If you haven't done this in a while, please call her up if they are alive. Please call your parents and just tell them, you know what, we love you. This has happened with me. I told her, there was a boy who I said, you know what, he just comes to me, gadbad chal raha hai parents ke saath. And also I said, you know what, when was the last time you told your mom I love you? So he's like, yaad bhi nahi hai doctor. I said, aaj na mummy daddy ko phone karo. He was staying in Mumbai. He was basically from Indore. So I said, please call them up and tell them that you love them. And you tell me the next day, how did you feel? What was your feeling? I don't want to know how did they feel. I want to know how did you feel when you did that. And when you saw the twinkle and sparkle in their eyes, there's something known as smiling eyes. कभी-कभी हम कहते हैं ना आँखों में smile आई है. I don't want to know that. You just see them and tell me how did you feel. So he met me the next day. After 2 days he met me. Doctor, I want to talk to you. I said, yeah, tell me how was it. And he said, you know what happened? I said, what? I called my mom, dad, and I called my family. And I told them that I really love you and I miss you and I'm missing your food. और उसकी he did that around 4-5 p.m. and 2 p.m. पूरा family was at his house. They thought I am committing suicide. So, do we realize that when we express our love and that I'm missing your mom, dad, they think that there's something wrong with us. We have forgotten to express our love to our loved ones until and unless something is really wrong with us. The moment we tell them, I love you, they think we need them for something. We need them because we are not fine. We don't want them to have that impression, at least not our loved ones, right? How freely do we text people, love you too, when they message, our friends message us, you know, the conference was good, I really love you, yeah, it was so nice to me. And we immediately tell them, love you too. Why can't we do that for our own family? Let's start doing that, because when that heals, everything just attracts abundance in our life. When you are loved, you attract love. When you are thankful, you attract abundance. Thank you is the second most powerful force in the universe. The first, as I said, is love. The second, as I say, is thank you. Gratitude attracts abundance. There is a very thin line between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is when I'm seeing you and I am not really very happy and I'm really sorry about what you're going through, and hence I'm trying to be nice to you. That is sympathy. Empathy is when I feel your situation. In other terms, मैं अपना पैर आपके जूते में डाल के महसूस करती हूँ. That is empathy. You might be able to help, you might not be able to help. But when you have that empathy within you for the other person, you put yourself in a position that they are comfortable with. They think that there is somebody who understands my situation. Do not always think that it is important to have a solution. Not always. Not always do people require some solution from us. Sometimes we just need somebody who is there to listen. बस कुछ सुन ले, हमारा मन खोल दे हम. That's it. The unfortunate truth of the social media that we have now. There must be around 1,500 to 2,000 friends on Facebook, but when you meet people, we realize often when they are depressed and they have done some drastic, they've committed some drastic, disastrous step, and then they realize, oh shit, we were such good friends, we just had a talk yesterday, but we did not know what you're going through. That is precisely why we require to be kind to every human being that we come across. Every single human being, no matter how much of a successful you think a person is, no matter how much ever you think that this person has got every possible thing on this planet, a good spouse, a good house to live with, a fabulous career, amazing amount of friends, and absolutely sorted life, you never know. There is something that God has left somewhere which the person is not really happy about. That is the place where they need the kindness. There are sometimes you just never know that behind those smiling eyes there's a lonely, depressed heart which is just trying to mask that depression and loneliness by having the biggest and the brightest smile. Nowadays, see, as all of us know, ये कलयुग है, right? तो कलयुग में आपको भगवान तो नीचे आएंगे नहीं, because अगर वो गलती से नीचे आ गए, तो इंसान they will not be able to recognize him. If we recognize him, we'll capture him and say, you do this for us. Now that you're capable of doing everything possible on this planet, I will give you this, I will give you that, you do this for me. So that's the reason why God decided कि मैं नीचे नहीं जाऊँगा. So now we decided I have to put some goodness around. Right? Because human beings, we are, as I said, we are self-berating, self-sabotaging. We demean our own self. We not just demean our own self, we demean our fellow colleagues and friends also who really think they are our friends. So what we decided was we sent some human beings who are kind, compassionate, who'll just be randomly walking strangers. They'll say something which will just brighten up and lighten up your days. These human beings who create difference for even a second of your life are known as angels. As much as who doesn't want an angel in their life? Each one of us wants an angel, right? At least one angel. So if we think we need an angel, let us start by being one. Let's start being an angel. Why do we always think that पहले मुझे मिलेगा, फिर मैं दूंगा? Why is this entire you feed my ego, I will feed your ego? This is the entire thing, chakra of relationships that is happening nowadays. We don't think beyond it. If you do this for me, only then will I do this for you. Since you haven't done this for me, I will not do this for you. Why are relationships today all about feeding each other's egos? Why can't we just let off the guard? Show our vulnerability. Vulnerability is so beautiful and we are so guarded that we think if I show my vulnerable side, somebody out there is going to take advantage of it. It's okay. I believe being vulnerable is so beautiful and so powerful. It takes a lot of time to show people that you're sucking at something. Right? You're just leaving off your guards and just showing people, okay, you know what, I'm really bad at this. Or maybe I'm too sensitive. Or maybe I'm too emotional. I'm just too vulnerable. I get carried away easily. Show that side of yours. It's your side. You can't be masking your humane side for the rest of your life. It's beautiful and it's very powerful. I have immense amount of respect for people who are absolutely embracing their vulnerability with absolute grace and strength. Do that. And if somebody is vulnerable, protect their sanctity. Be protective about them. Somebody sharing you something as genuine as we are on their face. It is very important to be genuine when they are not around us. That is a reflection of our character. Life is not all about what we have achieved. Let us just grow beyond talking to people. Our angels, as I said, they might probably not be from the same field. They might not be from the same caste, creed, your looks. They might not be from the same social, economic status. They might just be a normal. हो सकता है कोई बाई कुछ ऐसा आपको अच्छा बोल दे, आपकी maid, she'll be your angel. And when you have angels, so now don't consider angels to be like भगवान का है, तो भगवान को मुसीबत में याद करते हैं, फिर भूल जाते हैं. So don't do that to angels also. When in trouble, all your angels get the job done and forget it. That's the commonest thing that we must have done to so many people around us. Or maybe so many people are doing that for us. We are somebody's angels and they're doing this to us. When you have people who take you for granted, when you have people who remember you only and exclusively when they need you, and you help them, please help them with the same amount of love that you would help your own self. Don't be fed up, because the moment you say, let's assume I'm giving you a call and I need help every 6 months, I need help from my maid or whatever, as we are doctors, हमको free advices के लिए भी calls आते हैं. Help them with the same love, because the moment your feeling is different and you're speaking of help, it just the entire energy is just negated. So if there, and we all of us have every human, at least one human being who takes us for granted, right? Who you help, they forget you, they come back to you. Be the same, because how you are speaks about what you are. How you are being treated doesn't speak about what you are. We have done this entire thing of, because she treats me like this, probably there's some problem with me. Probably because I'm too easily available, that is why I'm being taken for granted. Don't start putting yourself in braces and brackets depending on how other people treat you. You have to decide and believe that you are the best and you deserve the best. Only once that you have healed yourself and you know that you're worthy of the best, that is when the shifts will start happening in you. Out of all of this, even if we take one thing and spread it, maybe just being kind, or maybe we just go hug each other and let's do one thing tomorrow, maybe whenever, or maybe whenever you feel like you meet a colleague and just hug the colleague and give them a pat on the back. Men, of course, can give a pat on the back, and women can just give them flying kisses or however we greet them socially, and see how it feels. Instead of shaking hands, let's start giving a nice warm hug to people with a beautiful feeling. Right? It's a hugs. Thank you. I love you. These are the most underrated things, gestures of positivity that we do. And now, first thing you go home, hug your wife. You know what I missed you? I had Sargam's lecture and I was thinking about you and I decided to give you a hug and tell you, you know what, you really good, nice food. I'm not enjoying this hotel food and thank you for being there. Thank you for bearing with my erratic timelines and taking care of them, and when I leave you alone and go for conferences and enjoy, you still so nice and kind to me. Let's do that today. Let's do that today, right? So I would just want to finish my talk with the last most important thing that I want each one of you to carry is we are not going to rise to the highest potential level that we are destined to unless we believe that we deserve it. I want each one of you here to believe that you are the hero of your own life, irrespective of whoever says anybody. आपका पड़ोसी आपसे अच्छे से बिहेव नहीं करता है, या आपके कलीग्स आपको अंडरमाइन करते हैं, या आपकी फैमिली में कोई है who's not really very happy about you, or your spouse is being a little aloof from you. I want you to believe in this one individual human being that you are your own hero, so that your energy should be so high that you will not be able to accept. You will auto reject anything which tries and undermines your energy about your own self. That is the easiest thing to do. Make it a point that there's a thin line between being confident and being egoistic about your own self. ईगो में हम दूसरों को छोटा समझते हैं, कॉन्फिडेंस में हम अपने आप को बड़ा समझते हैं. Learn to put other people ahead of you, but when you do that, make sure you don't pull yourself behind. We need to learn and respect and acknowledge people who are ahead of us with a vision that you would want to be like them. So when you look people who are more successful, who are much better human beings professionally or spiritually, aspire to be like them. Don't undermine that, you know what, मैं ऐसा कभी नहीं बन पाऊंगा या मैं ऐसा कभी नहीं बन पाऊंगी. I want you to believe that if he can do it, if she can do it, I can easily do it. I might as well do it. I believe that I am the best. I want you to मन में ही रिपीट कर दीजिएगा whatever I'm saying. I believe that I am the best. I believe that I deserve the best. I believe that the entire freaking universe is exclusively, absolutely rigged in my favor. I am the hero of my life, and I am the one who's not only shaping my own destiny, I am paving a line for others' destinies to be shaped. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a beautiful session.